Hello everyone and welcome to episode 21 of the Orange Thumbstick podcast. I am the new, fantastic, amazing host, Bobby. And as ever, I am joined by Dodgy Dave's Deals. How are you doing, Dave?
I'm very well, thank you. Can I just say that it is only 1 week that you are hosting? This is not going to be an ongoing thing.
I'm driving the car today, mate. I am the captain. This is your captain speaking. That's all I'm saying.
Is it captain or captain?
Captain. It's Scottish, that, didn't it?
Oh,
and I'm also joined today by Mr. Oh dear over there, Mr. Agrius Rage. How are you doing today, Ross?
I think I'll be better once this podcast's done with and the proper person's doing it next week.
Fantastic.
The real host.
So,
Bobby, first of all, do you want to explain to people why you're hosting the podcast?
The reason that I'm hosting today is because myself and Mr. Deals over there, whilst taking part in GameBlast18, played some Rocket League on Sunday night, wasn't it, Dave?
Yes.
Sunday night,
Yes.
We played some Rocket League and we decided to have a 1v1, but we had to make a bet. So the bet was if I won, I got to do the intro, and I was really gonna. There's a few things that you don't hear in the edits where Dave once sounded Irish like a leprechaun. So yeah. So I was gonna do it like that, but then as we're playing, it turned into me hosting the full thing. And what was it I beat you by, Dave? Can you remember the score?
7-0. 7-0.
7-0.
I got absolutely
7-0.
Absolutely hammered, and I don't understand how it happened, to be honest. My excuse is I was trying the ball cam. I've never tried it before, and I was absolutely dead set on nailing it. You could say I was trying to master it, but it didn't work.
Well, I highly doubt that's the first time that you've ever used ball cam. But moving on, we've got a few things to cover today, gents. Obviously, Game Blast is going to be on the cards because we've got a few bits and bobs to talk about for that. Burnout Paradise gets a remaster. And also Rocket League partners with WWE. So we're going to start off with Game Blast. How do you think we're done, gents?
I think the amount that we've raised so far speaks for itself, Bobby, to be honest. What are we on at the moment? Because we'd hit 653 on the night, hadn't we? Which was 53 over our target. So what are we on at the moment?
We are on 694 as of a few hours ago. Someone bought an extra controller and I quickly ran and dropped it off for them. There is a few donations due to come in. We've had messages of people. Hopefully we can hit that £800 target. And I did make an agreement that if we hit £800, I will stream Outlast 2. That still stands if we hit it. And obviously donations are open until Sunday. And I don't know what the date is on Sunday. It'll be the 4th of March, I think, off the top of my head. Yeah, 4th of March.
Mm-hmm.
So donations will still be open until then. If you do want to donate, you can go to justgiving.com/Xbox Gamer Reviews 2018 to make your donations. You can also go to our homepage, xboxgamerreviews.com. Just down on the right-hand side, there is a little link. You click on that, and it'll show you the list of games we'll have available, and also some PDP Afterglow controllers. And we still have 2 skins from Extreme Consoles, which go on your Xbox One S and Xbox One X. But all the details can be found there if you go and check it out. So yeah, we took part in Game Blast over Friday, Saturday and Sunday, which was the 23rd to the 25th of February. We streamed for 12 hours a day and we played a lot of fantastic games. We had a good laugh together. Russ, what was your take on it all? What are your thoughts?
I enjoyed it, mate, just like last year. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Enjoyed the people that came and stayed with us every day, and I want to give a special shout out to Shadow Hive. Not only did he stay with us every day last year, he came and stopped with us every day this year, didn't he? All 12 hours each day. Proper top bloke he is.
All 12 hours, yep.
Yeah, and we was a bit dubious about this new target we set for £600. It was only £100 more than last year, but we totally smashed it, didn't we? So it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. I think, stop laughing, Bobby. You're supposed to be the host. You're supposed to be a professional. I'm going to be the one in the background going, what? I'm going to be the one in the background now, just going, hey, pets, hey, man, hey.
Oh, Dave, you got to butt in as well for the rest of the podcast. That's something
He already has.
Yes.
He already has 4 or 5 times. So,
Yes.
we've swapped roles perfectly. This is going to be detrimental to you, though, Dave. This is going to be more detrimental to you than it is to me.
People will be crying for me to come back as host next week. But in terms of Game Blast, I think what we did was we did it for the first time last year, but then this year, I don't know about you two, but it felt kind of bigger in scale of what we did. Whether that was because we had a few more of the site members sort of joining us, I don't know. Because Cole got involved with a couple of games, and the other Dave got involved as well. So it just felt a little bit bigger in scale. Whether that contributed to us getting more donations, I'm not sure. But yeah, it was great.
I think part of it was down to planning, because last year was a last-minute thing for us. We'd talked about doing a charity event, and then Game Blast popped up, and we just said, yeah, we'll do it, and realised it was about a fortnight away. So we had to get everything together in that time. Whereas this year, we started planning a few months back, just after we came back after Christmas. We started, started putting plans in place. Donations went up a lot sooner, which was a great thing. And we're going to leave them open and advertise it a little bit longer this time, because obviously we're green as grass last year, but it's all going to a great cause. We implemented some adverts into a stream, showing off what SpecialEffect, do with the money that they receive. And I don't know about you two, but I watched a few of them when I was setting it up on OBS, and I had a lump in my throat. At one point, I had to actually walk away and sit down because I thought I was all choked up.
Yeah.
It's nice to see when you're seeing people who've struggled to play video games, as they said, the normal way. So now they've got the custom controllers and they can't see, and the smiles on the faces is fantastic, to quote Mr. Deals.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's heartwarming, and I'm really glad we took part in it, all over the full site. Also need to give a shout out to Mark for coming in, because we never mentioned him on the list just prior there. He did come in to a couple of streams. He also streamed Ark with the other Dave for a few hours, and done a cracking job. So thank you to everyone who took part.
I was just going to ask then, Bobby, how many controllers have we got left?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So 12 gone. Was it? How many did we have? Sorry,
Got 15.
15.
7
so
gone.
we've had so that's good. That's good. That's really good.
Really well. So, moving on a little bit. Burnout Paradise gets a remaster. Basically, coming from EA, who said they would never make a remaster. Following the initial announcement of EA's first remaster back in 2018, the company confirmed that Burnout Paradise Remaster will be available to users around the world on the 16th of March 2018. Looking in a bit deeper, it's coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One with 4K at 60 frames per second support. PC aren't getting it. But yeah, that's everything I could find when I had a look online. What are your thoughts on this, gents? Did you play the original Burnout Paradise?
Yes.
Rush, you go, because you got quite excited about this, didn't you?
Did. I absolutely loved the first one, and all I can really say is take me down to Paradise City, where the grass is green. Nobody want to finish off? Well, stuff you.
Not really. No, not really.
Nah, I didn't want to. Dave's not in the mood because I'm hosting and I'm being too professional.
I loved the first one.
Well,
I liked it was one of the few games that implemented the original 360 little webcam type thing. So when somebody would smash you off,
I remember that.
It'd take your picture if you had it rigged up, and there was a lot of middle fingers and stuff, and it was quite funny back in the day.
I would have had some fun with that.
I think my opinion on this, I'm a bit torn, to be honest. I'm stuck in the middle because it's backwards compatible. Well, there's that. It's backwards compatible, and it was on, I believe, Games with Gold recently. So I'm not sure whether the 4K and 60 frames per second is going to be enough for me to sort of pay another 30 quid to get it a little bit sharper. I'm not sure. I'd rather them do a new Burnout game, to be honest.
Could be them testing the waters, though. I mean, it does give the people the opportunity that, say, missed out on the Games with Gold version of it, or ever owning it before. If they really want to play it in 4K, then they can do. You've got to look at it both sides of the coin, haven't you? So yeah, I see it as it could be a tester, like you just said there. There's a lot of people do want a new Burnout game, don't they? They could just be putting it out there as feelers.
Yeah, and you've got a good point there, because in terms of like the Burnout franchise, it could be them testing the water to see how well it would be received.
Yeah.
But it could also be EA testing the water on remasters, because they said a couple of years ago that was never in their business model, that they would never kind of go down that route. And I think somebody quoted in an article, correct me if I'm wrong, and said, the time when we start looking at remasters is the time we've run out of ideas. And all of a sudden they've done this, they've made this U-turn and sort of gone, yeah, okay, let's do this one. I'm hoping, to be honest, they'll remaster the Mass Effect trilogy. If that's the route they're going down, I'd love to play that in 4K upgraded graphics and a more stable frame rate. But I'm torn on it, Bobby. If I'm honest, I'm not 100%. I love Burnout Paradise. I think it's a great game, but it's an odd decision and an odd one to remaster. I would have thought they'd have done one of the older ones, to be honest. But yeah.
Do you think the reason they've started looking at a remaster is because of how bad the microtransactions went down? Because obviously a couple of weeks ago we had a chat about that, and you mentioned the figures of how much profit they were down. Do you think it has anything to do with that, and they're trying to get their money back?
Well, it's funny you should say that, because obviously, being a great host that I am, I did some digging on this. So I had to sort of prepare in case I was hosting the show, but I'll mention it anyway, Bob. But they had a wrongly listed hint at microtransactions for Burnout Paradise Remastered, and they quickly had to take it down and release a statement. I think one of the quotes were from one of the EA execs was something like, put your pitchforks away. It was an error. Now, I don't think it was. I think they actually intended to put microtransactions in there, and as soon as people saw that and went, whoa, hang on a minute, they went, pull it quick, pull it. Because nothing gets listed. There's no smoke without fire. Nothing gets listed like that unless it's spoken about, unless it's brought up in the board meetings or whatever, So, in that respect, it could be something to do with the microtransactions, but I don't think it is. I think people have been crying out for a Burnout game, and this is kind of like a happy compromise, because Criterion are doing other stuff at the moment. I mean, what was that one that they were looking at? That Extreme Sports, that sort of. Do you remember at E3 a few years ago when they revealed that first-person like GoPro racing game with all different vehicles and almost like an extreme racer? Do you remember that?
Rings a bell. Vaguely rings a bell.
It was almost like it was almost like it was a GoPro thing. On you had quad bikes, you had motocross bikes and cars, buggies, and things like that, and it was all across different terrains and all that kind of stuff. So I think, and Criterion are working on a new IP as well. So whether this is to soften the blow, the fact that there's no new Burnout game coming, I don't know. But microtransactions wise, Bob, I don't know. It could be to soften the blow. Who knows?
Fantastic. And
fantastic.
Oh, I'm gonna get all the digs in today.
You can't just say fantastic at anything. You've got to say it at the right time. Well, you can't.
Yeah. Do you know like Jeremy Clarkson's where he goes, in the world, and it works with everything. Your fantastic can work with everything.
Okay.
In the world.
Okay.
So
in the
fading away from Burnout Paradise, let's have a little chat about Rocket League. Now, obviously, Rocket League have been advertised on WWE television for a couple of months now, I think. I think since the start of 2018, it said somewhere. And having a look on the website, on the RocketLeague.com website, it says, along with regular appearances on WWE events, we will also bring WWE into Rocket League later this year. We'll have more info regarding that in-game customization items. In what in-game customization items we'll be offering in April, but we believe WWE fans will be happy all year long. And they've actually put, and we'll see you soon at the end, Russ, so you might want to have a word with them.
Where's my lawyer?
What kind of things do you think we should expect? Because straight away, I think they're going to have the spinner belt on a set of wheels. They'll have toppers, yeah.
They won't have the spinner belt now.
Think that's gone?
That's one of their
that's gone? No.
Best left alone ideas, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll be skins, won't it? I've got images in me. I don't know if you can remember the WWE
Crush Hour.
Crush Hour. I've got images of that in my head.
Crush Hour.
Yeah.
I actually thought they might have had. Do you know they have custom goals? For some reason, the first thing that I thought of, even though I don't even think he's wrestling or under contract with them anymore, I just thought of someone scoring a goal and Stone Cold Steve Austin's skull coming out with the glass shatter.
That would be class.
That would be really, really good. So that's what popped into my head straight off the bat. So yeah, what do you think, Dave? What do you think they're going to bring to the table?
I think they'll bring an arena that will be WWE themed. Kind of, I don't know, maybe decorate it, because they've said, haven't they, that it's going to be playable at this year's WrestleMania, so maybe they'll release an arena that's modelled around the WrestleMania stage and the set piece of what they're going to do, where WrestleMania is going to be set this year. You know, every year they have like the special sort of Titantrons and the special sort of pyros and whatever and stuff. They might have that going on.
And like the playing field set within a ring or something like that.
I was thinking
Possibly, yeah. I think more maybe modelled on the WrestleMania arena for this year, on how it's sort of the decor of it, and you know, obviously the sort of, they'll have the WWE sign sort of like moving around and whatever, you know, on the spotlights on the floor and stuff. Yeah, they'll probably have chants from the crowds. You know, let's go Cena sucks and all that maybe, and then the add-ons for the cars, the sort of this. You know, Bobby mentioned there the spinning wheels and whatever. They'll do something with that, and they'll do the toppers as well. I would have thought.
Yeah.
Maybe do the you know, the Unicorn New Day things. Maybe have them as the toppers or something, or you know.
It would be good if they did do the goal explosion thing and they had Mr. McMahon, so someone scores and it just says no chance. That's what you've got. That would be amazing. It would be better than Water saving somebody. Like I did you a million times when I scored 7 times, and now I'm the host of the podcast.
For one day only.
For 1 week only, disclaimer. Yeah, disclaimer. But it's
so,
kind of... don't interrupt me, Bob. Don't interrupt me.
I am the host. I'm driving I'll interrupt you when I want to interrupt you.
No. What I was going to say, in terms of Rocket League, they keep adding new updates, new content, and announcing new DLC and whatever else. What I'm thinking now is, are they just going to continue with the Rocket League seasons and sort of evolve it like that? Or can you see a Rocket League 2 coming?
I think if they'd done anything, because of how big it is at the moment, they'd probably bring in more game modes. Like they've got hoops and drop shot. I think they'd bring in another game mode just because of how popular it is as it stands. If they brought out the second one, like what else could they do?
The only way I could see that happening is if they make like a better game engine, or the next generation of consoles come along and they need to update the game so it can perform at its best on the newer consoles. Then yes, they'll probably bring out a Rocket League 2, but until then it'll just be Rocket League being constantly updated as is.
Yeah.
So, Dave.
Yeah.
I know that I'm the host and you're not today. Just want to point that out again. But it's time for you. It's time for you to introduce something.
It's time for me to introduce something.
What time is it, Dave?
Oh, yes, it is time for Bobby Fails presents Something for the Weekend.
Yep, and on this week of Something for the Weekend, we are going to take a look at Deep Rock Galactic. It's due for release on the 28th of February 2018, priced at it's around about £20, and it's definitely $24.99 and €24.99. Me and Russ have been playing it. £20, pet. Me and Russ have been playing it the past few days, and we think it is fantastic. You get to play as. You get. Stop it, Steve. Stop it. Do I laugh when you're hosting?
Yes.
I'll do, yes. You get to play as miner dwarfs, and you have to go down into mines on different missions to collect. Well, it's all set up differently, isn't it? So you can go down and get one type of stone and like alien eggs or something with it, or you could go down the next time and just have to get a type of rock, so on and so forth. But it is in the preview program, and it is cooperative up to 4 players, or you can play alone and have a handy little robot alongside you. When I looked on the preview video, there was 7 missions in total, and they were on a timer, which I found a little bit strange, but we'll see how that plays out.
Because it's procedurally generated, they change up. That's what that's all about, Bob.
Yeah.
What's it called, Bob?
Deep Rock Galactic.
Right.
Looking around the kind of hub area where you can customize things and set up your missions, that looks like, because there's a lot of things like blanked out, that looks like it's going to have a lot going on for itself, including a shooting gallery and things like that. So it is extremely interesting. Think a mix of Minecraft with
Borderlands.
What did we say, Russ? A mix of Minecraft, Borderlands, and what else?
Astroneer. Yeah, it's the looks of Astroneer more than anything, in it.
Yep.
Not Lifeless Planet. No.
No, not Lifeless
Not
Planet. No.
Not Lifeless Planet, mate. Your characters have different kind of weapons with them. For instance, the gunner has a zipline launcher, so you can shoot your gun, it'll make a zipline up to wherever you shoot it to or down. Trying to think what the other ones are. The engineer has the platform builder. I don't know what the drill guy is called with the big drill hands, but he has big drill hands. He's the driller, yeah. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. We've had Drildos, yeah. We've had lots of fun playing it, and that is my pick for Something for the Weekend this week. And because Dave would usually come in now, I'm going to go fantastic. So yeah, with
He's
that
such a
being
dickhead.
said and done. With that being said and done, that is the end of episode 21 of the Orange Thumbstick podcast. Dave, how do you think it went?
Too quick.
I've got to say, mate, I've got to say, it was okay. It was okay.
Did I do all right?
You didn't do too bad. You didn't do
Would you
too
say
bad.
that I've done fantastic?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
No.
I would just like to say, though,
You've missed out on a
going
few
back
things.
to Game Blast. Yeah.
No, I didn't.
ESRB.
I would like to say,
It's not on the list.
Going back to Game Blast, just in terms of obviously the donations that we had off everybody, which was absolutely fantastic. We had nobody disruptive this year.
Yeah, there was
We
a
did, I
few
don't know.
idiots last year, weren't
Oh,
there?
was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there wasn't this year, was there?
No, we didn't
there was
get one.
Yeah, there was a few last year, and I thought that, you know, that it was good the fact that we didn't get anybody coming in being an idiot and, you know, basically disrespecting what we were doing and the cause that we were doing it for, etc. And yeah, just a massive thank you to sort of everybody that donated prizes and things for donations, and you know, the guys at Extreme Consoles with the skins, and obviously PDP with the controllers.
And
although
I
Bobby
Xbox.
kept calling them headsets.
Idiot.
And I did Xbox for that pillow as well, which was fantastic, fantastic. But I want to give a massive shout out to Steve and the guys at Game Telford, because they raised £1,810 for that Bayek statue.
That was class.
I don't know if you know that.
That shot was quick as well.
The last I heard, it was at 600.
Yeah.
literally the last 30 seconds, Steve posted the live feed, and literally the last 30 seconds, it went from something like 790 quid up to £1,800 in like 30 seconds. It was ridiculous how quick it was going up. So massive kudos to those guys over there. They did a fantastic job. So yeah, there we go. Do you want to mention the ESRB, Bobby? Or do you want me
I
to
think we
carry
should,
on?
because it wasn't on the list.
Well, it only happened a few hours ago,
that
didn't it?
Russ had said. Yeah, so Russ, you had something that you wanted to bring up about the ESRB, if you'd like to take it away, good sir.
Yeah, so those of you that listened to the previous couple of weeks' podcast knows that we've been on a lot about microtransactions and stuff needs to be done about it. It's the past few hours prior to recording this podcast, the ESRB has released a statement saying they are introducing a new emblem that's going to be on the back of packaging for games that's going to say that it's got interactive stuff in it. So the likes of microtransactions, any DLC or separate purchases that you can make for a game will have this new emblem on the back to guide people that are buying the games, to let them know that it's going to be near. So it's nice to see something is going in the right direction. So what do you guys think of that anyway?
Yeah, I think it's a step in the right direction. It's one of those things, I suppose, that it just shows the ESRB are taking some action towards what we spoke about last week in terms of what the Senator wanted done with it: more control, more structure. Rush, you mentioned off air about people were being pessimistic, saying it was going to go on, all the packaging and wasn't going to be too clear. But I think it'll evolve into, over time. It'll sort of get more detailed and more specific on what it means. Like Peggy, when it first started, it was just age related, but as that evolved, it became more than that, with its little diagrams towards violence and bad language and things like that. So
yeah, I've actually
in that respect, I think it's
I've got the statement up here. Do you want me to read it off? Do you think that would be beneficial for me?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so this is an update on in-game purchases from your friends at ESRB. You may have noticed that we've been a little quiet on the topic of in-game purchases and loot boxes, but we've been listening. In fact, we've absorbed every tweet, email, Facebook post and singing telegram sent our way, and we've been working to develop a sensible approach to let gamers and parents know when a game offers the option to purchase additional content. Starting soon, ESRB will begin assigning a brand new label to physical games in-game purchases. This label, or as we call it, interactive element, will appear on boxes and wherever those games can be downloaded. For all games that offer the ability to purchase digital goods or premiums with real-world currency. This includes features like bonus levels, skins, surprise items such as item packs, loot boxes, mystery awards, music, virtual coins and other forms of in-game currency, subscriptions, season passes, upgrades, etc. We're also launching a new website, parenttools.org, to help raise awareness of the helpful tools that parents can use to manage the amount of time or money those crafty kids spend playing games. This is the first step of many. We'll continue to discuss how to further enhance our rating system with publishers, developers, gamers and especially parents, and we'll continue to make adjustments as the need arises. Thank you for your patience on this and your love for the games we rate.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a step in the right direction.
It's a step in the right direction, yeah. That's what we want, some structure. And, as we've said before, for the kids more than anything, and a little bit of guidance for parents, certain parents that might not be, as sort of in the know as others. Yeah, in terms of what these microtransactions are, what they involve, and the content managing as well needs to be needs to be enforced a little bit more as well, which they've said they're going to do. So yeah, big thumbs up for that.
Fantastic. Right, now that I haven't forgot anything, and that is everything on the list done, Russ, would you like to plug the website and social media channels?
Yeah, so don't forget to head over to our website for all our latest news, reviews and giveaways. That's xboxgamerreviews.com. You can find us on Twitter. Give us a follow there. That's at Xbox_GR. Facebook too is facebook.com/xboxgamerreviews. And of course, our YouTube channel for all our latest videos. That's youtube.com/xboxgamerreviews.com.
And with all of that being said, I would like to thank Dave for allowing me to be host this week.
You're very welcome.
we will be back with Dave as host next week, and I can tell by the tone of his voice he's a bit eager to get back in the driving seat. But yep, from
You've
myself
done well, mate.
and everybody
You've done
at
well.
the Orange Thumbstick podcast. See how he talks over us. See, this is what
You've
I've got to
done
deal
well.
with people.
You've done exceptionally well.
Oh, didn't he do well?
You've done really well. Better. In fact, better than what you did on your Alien Isolation stream, where you just watched Terminals for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. What a
But
cop-out.
that's for another podcast, I think. Yeah.
I'll tell you something I didn't do better than when I whooped you all over on Rocket League, though. I've done a better job of that. Just saying, mate. Just saying. Anyways, this has been the Orange Thumbstick Podcast, episode 21. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to stick a like on it, because I'm going to do my YouTube outro now, Russ. I'm mixing it up. Don't forget to subscribe to her on iOS and Android and on YouTube, because it's on there too. We'll see you next time.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.